Hello survivors and welcome to another Walking Dead Road to Survival video. In this video we're going to be looking at the runner token, and it does look like pretty much a premium event where you buy tokens in the featured section or in the offers section and you can get pulls on a wheel. Now the wheel itself has only 4 items on it, has a very interesting looking mannequin, kind of freaky if I'm honest, and it has 3 crates, and I think they just range in terms of the amount of collectibles they have in them. This one has 3k, so quite a lot, and then the next one I think has 1,000, and then the last has 300, so a reasonable amount of collectibles if you do manage to pull one of these, but the odds of getting that is really low. 2% chance of getting an S-class collectible box, and it just says S-class collectible 1 rather than the S-class collectible box, so I'm not sure. I guess it's just one of these crates you can get, and then you've got the mannequin head, which you've got 98% chance of getting. Now it'll be various amounts of mannequin heads. You're not going to be able to just get the amount needed. There are various collections in the museum in terms of what you can hand those mannequin heads in for. So here is 6 museum collections of what you can hand those mannequin heads in for. Need various amounts. For the lowest one is 200, and you hand these in for the lowest tier gear, and then it does tier up in gear basically as you go. So this is number 2. Then you've got number 3. They're all choice boxes, so you get to choose the piece of gear that you want. And then number 4. Those are the ones. Now number 5 is effectively, I'd say, more of a premium one. It isn't as expensive as the top one in terms of GPS and canteen, but it's seen as a 6-star collection, and it has coins in it. It does have an odds breakdown of this coins bag, so I guess it has been in the promo section before. They don't normally do odds on coin bags, which is great that they've actually started doing that. Hopefully that's something they continue to do, and you can check the odds of getting these. You've got a 90% chance of getting 1,000 coins and below, so 1,500, 250, and then you've got 10% chance of getting 2,000 and above, 0.5% for the top prize, which is 10,000. In the other crate there is another crate basically, which is the 3,000 collectibles, so it's the same collectible crate that you see on the wheel but in here, and you need 24,000 of these mannequin heads. Now the amounts that these mannequin heads drop in are not disclosed within the odds, but it is low. There's 20s, there's 40s, there's 50s. It doesn't say the range in terms, it doesn't say how high it goes, but it could go up to a couple of hundreds, it could go up to a couple of thousand, we just don't know. But it doesn't disclose that, which is a shame. They definitely should disclose the minimum and maximum dropped rate in terms of how many you can get. You do buy these from the offers section, these tokens, to be able to pull on this wheel. As you can see, there's 4 offers up, and that is why it is a premium collection, it's a premium event. It says it's got 13 minutes left, but these will reset and keep coming back, just basically asking you to get more money. This is a known tactic in terms of there's limited time to be able to get these offers, and then they just come back. And this is going to happen over and over again. Some of these offers you will be able to rebuy once you bought all of them. Some of them you may not. Like for instance, this offer here, the 89p one on the far left, will probably be the only time you can buy this one, but the other ones may reoccur if you buy them all. And I have noticed that, and this is great, I'm not a big spender, I have spent in the past, but for anyone who is a spender, you will know that generally speaking, as things went up in tiers in terms of the more you could buy, it generally was worse value, whereas this seems to be better value the more you buy. So for instance, the best value per pull is actually in the really expensive one, and then the second best is in the second most expensive, and the third best is in the cheapest. Obviously the very best is in this very cheap offer here, but this is just like an entry offer for everybody. But it is very rare that they do it this way. Normally it's the best offer is the cheaper offer, and then they make it more expensive as you go up, which is kind of weird. They're kind of treating it like coins. You can see like 10% more, 25% more. So I kind of like that. It is very expensive. If you bought all of this, you might be able to guarantee yourself a certain amount, but you need 24,000 to be able to get that crate, and it's only 3,000 collectibles. I would say it still isn't good value versus, let's say, the New Year's event, which happened in terms of being able to get 5,000 collectible items, or even the Princess event where you could get pretty much an entire princess for a couple of $100 versus what this is going to cost. Now I'm going to buy the base value. I did buy this already on my live stream, but I'm going to buy it again for this video. And there we go, 2,000 runner tokens, 50 prestige, oof, 50, a whole 50 guys. And that means we're going to get 2 pulls on the wheel, and you're going to see the sort of things we can get from there. On my live stream it didn't go too well. Here are the pulls from my live stream. 22 mannequin heads, 50 mannequin heads. See you later. See, I don't have much regrets on 89 pence, but that's it. So as you saw, not the greatest. I can't really actually do anything with what I bought there. Like, those mannequin heads are going to be for nothing. And that's basically just money down the drain at that point. I can't even claim the most lowest reward. And so there's no guarantees, there's no good base of what you're going to be putting money into the game for. Now, it isn't that much money. That's the upside. So there's not going to be great regret with a lot of people. But having it where you just basically get nothing for what you put money into the game, I don't know. They should maybe have it so there was a minimum amount. Maybe if, like, let's say it was a minimum of about 50 mannequin heads per pull. And then that way they could have 100 mannequin head hand in for something. Just at least you get something like a trainer bag or something. I don't know. That's probably the best way to do it going forward. So at least you're guaranteed something. I'm going to pull on this one anyway. 2% of getting something like a collections box. That's what we're looking for. Mannequin heads probably not going to give us much. We're going to pull on the mannequin heads just because it is kind of freaky. I'm going to be honest. But we'll pull on it. And we're looking for crates. We want the crates. We're going to get 28 mannequin heads. 42, so we're going to get exactly the same sort of deal as last region. 60 mannequin heads we come out with, or 70, and can't do anything with these. Can't do anything with these. I'll claim them. I'll click X. No updates. Nothing. You can't get anything with low amounts of mannequin heads. So again, you're kind of forced into paying more to get this done. Now, someone within my community did do enough pulls to get the bag here, this bag for the coins, and it cost them, I think it was 21 euros or the £18.99 offer, and when they did it, they got 250 coins. Now, if you consider if they just straight up bought coins, they would have got at least 1,500. So, you know, somewhere in the middle of this and the next one, you know, these two, it's generally better value not to try and run an RNG. This is RNG within RNG. You know, you're doing RNG wheel, and then you're getting a bag that gives you RNG rewards here. So it isn't great unless you're gonna really massively spend and go for that top prize of 24,000. I wouldn't say it's worth it by the looks of things. So that was 2 pulls. Let's try and calculate just on average, based on those 2 pulls, how many it would take to get 24,000. So based on the pulls we got there, it would be 172 pulls to get 24,000 on average. In the offered section, the most expensive one you can get is 125,000, which is obviously 125 pulls. So you're going to have to buy the next offer twice. So you're looking at, you know, potentially 140,000 for 30% of an S-class character. Some of you may think, hey, that's actually worth it for you. That might be worth the amount of money that you're going to put in. You can get quite good cards in that. You can get Mercer, you can get Princess, so you could finish off a character. It is, however, definitely better value than things like the Supreme Crate here, which is obviously terrible because it's giving you massively weighted odds towards 100, you know, vanilla cakes for 3,500 coins. That is terrible value. So it is better value versus this, but all in all, it's extremely expensive. There's still no guarantees you're going to get. You could, out of those 100 pulls, obviously get one of those crates because it's a 2% chance, which is generally 1 in 50. So you could get a couple of those crates in there as well. And in the end, I guess it's up to you whether you think it's worth the money drop or not. It's completely up to you. But personally, I don't think so. There have been better sections of events in the past. For instance, New Year's was a much better value if you were going to be someone who was going to spend. And for me, this has got 0 entry point. This is another basically filler event, but this is a premium filler event, which is kind of a shame considering there's heavy premium element when it comes to the current event that's going on, bloody pillows and bloody bed sheets. But hey, maybe that's just me thinking. There is also a current roadmap up. It's not attached to this event. It is part of just a secondary thing, and it is terrible, unfortunately. The rewards on this for the amount of energy you have to put in is really bad. Like, I think the best thing I mean, we're talking 20 energy for emery boards, you know? The stage rewards are not great. There are a couple of are okay, but some of the stuff you can craft, some of it is like tier 2 now. This is not the top tier stuff. There isn't that great stuff in here. I think the best thing I saw was in here. Was it the last stage? There we go. And it's only 300 when you need, you know, 10,000 to do one good 4-slot upgrade. You need 4,000 to do a 3rd slot tier 4, and you need 50,000 to get a 5-star weapon. 300 is zilch, basically. It's absolutely nothing. That's like one arena attack, and this is a lot of energy to get to here. You have to do all the other acts beforehand to be able to get there as well, and it's a lot of energy. There isn't much else to spend your energy on. Maybe you could think, hey, this is just going to be a trickle of stuff, but in terms of the amount of energy that you're going to have to spend, survivors could be better than some of this stuff. And like I say, just the amount that we're getting here is just not enough, and what we're getting is just tears behind. This is for new players mainly. All this stuff's going to be beneficial for new players, but new players can't do this because they just don't have the energy for it. So this is like veteran energy levels with brand new player rewards. It's very, very strange, this one, and I'm not really sure who it's aimed at, if I'm honest, but that's the way it is, guys. Did you do any pulls on the runner token wheel? Do let me know if you've got any luck. But that is the end of my video. Thank you very much for tuning in, guys. And as always, keep on surviving, guys. Keep on surviving.